All right, so I have this recording. I have the camera off, facing me anyway. Um, so we're walking through this process that I have in my mind with this meditation time of thinking about emotions, thinking about where they might be in our body, thinking about how that is represented in maybe some other belief system, that thought process of a, a chakra is what comes to my mind when I'm thinking about those emotions and where they would be in my body. And each chakra associates with a color. The last couple sessions, we've talked about red, orange, we sort of transitioned into yellow last time, and today we're going to be transitioning into green. And what has my mind predominantly in where we are in on the calendar year, where we are with um, our classes, with this family meditation, where we are with talking about the chakras. So like in this, it's like midpoint. And we can have a midpoint where we have like half over here and half over here. And we can also be like in the middle, where it's a tipping point. And we decide how the weight shifts, where the momentum is, are we balanced? When we're focused on that experience of the tipping point, we kind of gain control in my own mind, in my own experience. I feel like I gain control of, well, where do I want to go? And how this fits into this green, and this, where this part of our body that we might be focusing on for today, and in your own thoughts. I know my thoughts are focused here. Green chakra is heart chakra. And I'm actually, I just pointed to the wrong part of my body for quite a few times. The heart chakra, we have 7 total chakras. We have 3 below that we've gone through. Speaking of these, the root chakra, the sacral chakra, the solar plexus, those are below. There's like anatomically, they're below the heart chakra. And then above the heart chakra, we have the throat, the third eye, and the crown. The heart energy, we're going to talk about this. This is love. I mean, that's pretty easy to connect. That kind of thinking is that our heart represents love, represents our purpose, our passion, what we have out there as far as what's important to us. We've walked through a little bit of foundational thinking, how we bring that to the world, what we decide to keep, what we let go. And then the heart chakra is this expression of all of those things coming together, of the potential of this expression, I should say. When we think of the color green, I'm wondering if there's emotions that come up that might come into your mind. We have, I feel like it was probably last summer, Wicked was kind of out there in its cinema form. And we have the Wicked Witch of the West, who is represented with this green skin. We have a descriptive, I can't think of the word, the green eyes of envy. We have potentially positive thoughts of growth, thoughts of life. I think of like foliage, I think of nature, I think of trust. And when we're trusting the process, when we're living, truly living, we're engaging in that experience, all the emotions that come with the experience of love. And when we're stuck in something that might be something like envy or jealousy, or maybe there's another emotion that comes to mind, I like to imagine myself stuck on a bridge, stuck on this bridge of this experience of envy or jealousy, or and maybe you can even use that other emotion that might come to mind. The size of this bridge that we're on is up to us. We can have this represent a sense of, where do I want to go? How long do I want to be stuck here? Because we're stuck in the limited capacity, the limited options when we're on a bridge. Typically, it's over something that is a challenge. We can go back to where we were, or we could recognize that now we know where we want to go. What is making us feel this way? Oh, I want that. We can all have that. When we boil it down to, what is that experience that I want? What is the feeling that I want? Do I want more money? Do I want companionship? Do I want more freedom? Do I want some kind of success with my goal? Stay on the bridge, and that bridge can get longer, it can get wider, it can do all kinds of things, so it doesn't really take us anywhere when we don't know how to get off of it. We're just stuck on that bridge. So today's meditation time is focused on that awareness of this halfway point, this tipping point. And when we connect to a feeling of finding love to find structure in our moment right now, what am I balancing on? What am I trying to balance on? How can I engage with this with love, self-love, self-worth, self-value, boundaries, goals, sense of living in purpose, living on purpose, are all those things that help us feel like the balance is just there. And that tipping point, when we give it the right motion, it gives us momentum towards where we want to go. I want that thing. I want that experience. I want that feeling. And there's not 7 slices of that feeling. There's an infinite amount of that feeling that's available to everyone. You don't have to take anybody else's. There's no fight. There's just receiving. I'm going to invite you to place a hand, place 2 hands, or just stay where you are, but giving attention to the heart with an open hand, with prayer hands, with maybe even just thinking about it. And we're going to take 6 breaths in silence, in and out. Every time you breathe, momentum down, momentum sitting point, including love, and experience of receiving, receiving, possibility, unity, lesson, balance, goal, all of them can become part of the experience, moment of control, all nourish that experience, finding balance, finding where we want to that, and the less distraction demand. What am I here to learn? I'm here to notice how this energy, this emotion, experience of love help direct my next moment. the attention, the alignment, the more aligned we are, easier it is to balance mind and mind, the body, the spirit, all the layers in between those places that make up. They have more space, more ease, more function. Just to be breath in and out and become aware of the heart and how that is in space and relationship to ourselves. And take 2 or 3 breaths, slow movement, bringing our heart over whoever feels best. No hurry. And as we settle into this posture that might be new, I'm going to invite our head to find a second space to its head, and our heart, and our hips all have an alignment and tension. Focus on a quick breath. And feeling the function, the whole ecosystem of being, symbiotic relationship of all things that are unique. Feels like it has a rhythm, a reminder, and then and, and describe it. my own feelings. Inviting you to take a moment and notice what you your overall sense of yourself. Take a moment and notice your feet, consciousness around the bridge, your subconscious mind, creating a memory, creating a thought. You're not, it's a bridge between a belief system, actual function of the brain, and actual memory. The bridge between those two things. You do this. I can relax. I can learn a little bit more. I can recognize an emotion, an opportunity. And even like a little bit something, you just take the breath. And then it always takes me a long time to want to open my eyes, even if the lights are not on. But taking that moment to browse back into the life we stepped away from, conscious thought of all that I've let go. What do I want to pick back up? Take a minute for settling, and then a few things that I wanted to mention before we're done. One is something that anyone can come back to. We have a couple books here in our Gander library resources that I just want to mention. We have a book called Powerful Chakra Healing Technique. It's a book of information, but it's a book also about doing. There's a lot of examples of how you can understand the concept of chakras, how it applies to life, uh, signs that things might be off balance, how to bring them back into balance. It's a really great book of a lot of, again, information, but then also guidance in doing. And that again is the chakra healing technique. I'm going to say her name is Gomez, but I might not be pronouncing that correctly. That's here available at the Candor Library. Also, one that's a little bit more technical is the using meditation as medicine. And it's definitely heavier reading than the book I just mentioned about the techniques, the doing and the understanding. But it is really informative. I feel like the first 50 pages, I couldn't stop reading because there's a lot of technical stuff that was new to me. I feel like I just sort of jumped into meditation, learning breath work, learning guidance for being an instructor, and then there's like sciencey stuff in that book, like research and things, which I find very interesting. I also wanted to share I think this week's craft is what it's referred to, week number 4, the bookmark There's some dried flowers and these like super cute little pieces of plastic that look like jars. My kids and I were here yesterday and we made them, and uh, I instantly like gave mine all away. So I might be back at the end of the week if there's any left. Because when I got it home, I was like, this is like an intention jar, and I could use this uh, like dry erase marker, and I can set my intention for the week. So I created mine to be a magnet on the refrigerator, and I wrote love. And then I was thinking about what's coming up for August, where I switch my intention for my own personal growth, and I offer that as part of like a theme for my practice, uh, which is cleansing. And I thought, what a great way to get ready to cleanse is this intention of gathering love. And uh, I'm not sure if I'm gonna, well, I wrote love on it and then I mailed that one to Beth. Spoiler alert, that's coming to you if Beth is listening. And then I made one for my mom, and I wrote it in almost invisible, uh, like a highlighter on the back, because it's not really her thing, but I'm just sort of doing a clandestine, what's that word? Covert offering of hope, which is what it says there, hope, on the back of hers. And Amelia made one that looks like Sonic, which is very typical. And I mean, she showed it to me in the moment, and she's like, "Do you see it?" And I was like, "I see blue," but then I engaged with another picture. I engaged with like a picture of Sonic, and I was like, "Oh, I see the spikes. I see the red shoes. I like it's like definitely Sonic." Now every time I see it, I see Sonic. And her passion with Sonic is his sense of freedom, his sense of I can make a mistake. I can, I can go fix it. I can learn something. Just do it. And she's very much that. We were here yesterday, and she's like, "It's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to go." Because we talked about it's time to go, and like that's how it goes. But I love that craft. I love that experience here at the library, and you can do whatever you want with that. But I just wanted to share how I incorporated that into my experience for this month, this week, yesterday. And I feel like that's about it. Other than I do want to mention also coming up in August, I was going to encourage people to sign up for my newsletter because I have a special program I'm offering in August uh, that will be available to the public, but the email list gets a special price, a special offer. You'll get a lot of special things. This is prime time for I feel like every time we've had a book return. Um, so yeah, I guess that's about it, unless anybody wants to share anything about today. And let's see here. Yeah. Oh yeah. Nope. 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 Great. Awesome. I'm going to hear our AI voice. I'm so good at saying this. Recording has stopped.